Hello, good morning, welcome to Lisa Derby City. And today it's going to be simple. Today it's Tuesday, the 21st of November 2022, and the time is 9 o'clock. It's just going to be a simple 3-card spread. So I'm going to knock my cards 3 times. And then I'm just going to do this. I'm going to pick out 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to let you decide. So you can pick either card 1, card 2, card 3, or pick all 3 and see if the message resonates with yourselves. Disclaimer, I have to say that for legal purposes, that this is for entertainment purposes only. So let's give the cards a bit of a mix. Okay. And you don't have to see my lovely face, but it is definitely me, Lisa Derby City. Hiya. Okay. I'm going to pick card 1. Ooh, card 1, if you can see, is death. So card 1 is death. So remember, today I'm going to let you decide whether you want to pick card 1, card 2, card 3, or pick all 3 and see what resonates. So the message, if you want to go for card 1, is death. So death doesn't necessarily mean a death of a significant person. Death is usually means the opposite. So this is about the ending of a toxic situation that could have been related to either a personal or a professional relationship. So death is kind of like leaving behind old, outdated behavior patterns or traits, or leaving behind old, negative, toxic situations that was not feeding your soul. And you have to come to the conclusion that it's time to end it, to literally cut it dead and to move forward. So it's kind of like looking back in your past and thinking, you know what, it's time to end this. So this is about endings, but it's also about beginnings. And this was probably significant about 3 to 5 months ago, where many of you may have experienced situations beyond your control. So basically, you had to learn to adapt and to go with the flow. And I think also this is not just on an individual perspective, but also on a global perspective, that there's a lot of endings and lots of new beginnings. So that's what card 1 is about. So it's an ending of negative cycles and welcoming new beginnings. Death. And also death is about a loss as well. So this could have been to do with a loss of a job, a loss of a relationship. But again, it doesn't necessarily mean death. It could also mean getting over a long recuperation over a long illness. Okay, so that's card 1 is death. Let's pick another card. So this is card 2. So remember, today you can pick all 3 cards or a card that resonates with you. So let's pick another one. So this is going to be card 2. Card 2 here is the 4 of Swords. So here we've got 4 people, 3 people in the conversation. One person is kind of like, doesn't seem to be participating in this particular conversation. And 4 is also a spiritual number as well. And Swords is also to do with the air signs. So if I remember correctly, the zodiac signs associated with the air signs will be, if I remember correctly, will be your Virgo, your Libra. Okay, don't quote me, but this is to do with air sign, because air is about air signs is about being analytical, and also swords represent months. So this is saying that in 4 months, either 4 months ago or 4 months today, this will become more significant and clear. But again, and this is it's about relationships with yourself and others, and how you participate or are no longer willing to participate in circumstances or events. So you may be receiving lots of social invitations and you're thinking you've probably outgrown these specific events or people, and you're beginning to decline. So it's becoming easier for you to say no. And this is usually associated with the air signs. So I do apologise that I'm not up to date with my zodiac signs, But the air signs, if I remember correctly, will be to do with your Virgos and your Libras. And there is another one, but at this particular moment in time, I can't remember. So this is to do with the air sign. So this persons are very analytical. They can also be quite critical. So this may be yourself, that's the air sign. That's very critical of yourself, or maybe you're critical of others and you've been very judgmental. But this is saying, before you judge others, maybe you need to look back onto yourself and how you are with people and how you relate to people. So maybe you might be a bit standoffish or a bit aloof because basically you can't be bothered. And that's fair enough. Or also, this might be something to do with recuperation as well. So there's a lot of recuperation, some form of an illness. So this is something to do with anxiety. You may have been experiencing panic attacks, or there might have been a bit of a time in hospital. But this is not about you going to hospital. So this may be those that are linked working in a hospital environment, or you may be going to visit a friend or family member in a hospital setting, or you may be working temporary in a hospital setting. So this is also about illnesses. This is about your relationship with yourself and others. This is about you declining social invites. And it's about being judgmental. So is it you that's being judgmental or someone else? And this is more significant if it's an air sign. Are you that air sign? Or do you know that air sign that is kind of critical to you? And please bear with me because I'm not an expert when it comes to the zodiac signs. But if I remember correctly, the air signs would be your Aries and Libras. I'll tell you what, I'm going to find out. So hold that for one moment.